Okay, ready to dive into something pretty wild.
Yeah, let's do it.
Today, we're talking about fungi.
Oh, cool.
I know, maybe not the most glamorous topic,
Right.
but trust me, on this, fungi are way more amazing than most people realize.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just think about, like, mushrooms, right?
Yeah, exactly.
When they think of fungi, that's kind of the limit.
But it goes so much deeper.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're literally everywhere.
They're essential, really.
And they play this crucial role in keeping our planet, well, alive. So let's start with the basics.
Okay.
What exactly are fungi and why are they so important?
Well, I guess, like, the simplest way to put it is they're, like, the recyclers of the natural world.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so, like, all that dead stuff, like leaves, wood, even, like, dead animals.
Yeah.
Fungi break all that down.
Wow.
They take all that organic matter and they turn it back into, like, basic building blocks that other organisms can then use.
Oh, so they're kind of like nature's composters.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Breaking everything down, making sure those nutrients get recycled back into the system.
So I'm guessing this whole decomposition thing, it's pretty crucial for, well, everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, think about it.
Yeah.
The soil, right?
Mm-hmm.
That plants need to grow in.
Yeah.
That comes from decomposed organic matter.
Oh, right.
And without fungi doing that work, the soil would be pretty barren, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like there wouldn't be enough nutrients to support all the plant life.
Yeah.
And, plants are the foundation of most food chains, right?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, fungi are pretty essential.
Wow, so they're like the unsung heroes of the ecosystem.
I like to call them the hidden heroes.
The hidden heroes, yeah.
Yeah, because we don't always see them doing their work,
Right.
but they're there.
Yeah, it's all happening underground, right?
Exactly.
It's like the secret world beneath our feet.
Well, speaking of underground,
Oh, yeah.
one of the most fascinating things about fungi is this thing called the Wood Wide Web.
Right, I've heard about this.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It really is, yeah.
So basically, it's this massive network of fungal threads
Okay.
that connect to the roots of trees, and it creates this, like, underground communication system for the entire forest.
So it's more than just decomposition.
Right.
It's like this whole social network going on down there.
Exactly.
And we had no idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, scientists are still figuring out all the details.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's pretty incredible.
So how does this Wood Wide Web actually work?
Well, like I said, it's all about these fungal threads called hyphae.
Hyphae. Okay.
Yeah, and they form these, like, intricate networks in the soil.
Uh-huh.
And they connect to the roots of trees and other plants.
Okay.
And through these connections,
Yeah.
trees can actually share nutrients.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's like, imagine if a tree is struggling, right? Maybe it doesn't have enough sunlight or something.
Okay.
It can actually get nutrients from its neighbors through this fungal network.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's like a giant natural support system.
It's like they're all connected.
They are, yeah.
Like one big happy family.
Well, not always happy, I guess.
What do you mean?
Well, trees can also use this network to send warning signals.
Right.
Yeah, like if a tree is under attack by pests,
Right.
it can release chemicals into the network
Wow.
that warn other trees in the area.
So it's like they're sending out SOS signals through this fungal internet.
Exactly, yeah.
That's incredible.
And then the other trees can, start producing defensive compounds
Wow.
to protect themselves.
So it's like this whole defense system.
Right.
All thanks to fungi.
Fungi are running the show down there.
It's amazing.
It is, yeah.
And we had no clue.
Well, like I said, we're still just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
There's so much more to learn about fungi and all the amazing things they do.
So we've got the decomposers, the networkers, but what about us?
Right.
Where do humans fit into this whole fungal picture?
Oh, well, we're deeply connected to fungi, too.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, in more ways than you might think.
Like how?
Well, for starters, think about some of our favorite foods.
Okay.
Bread, beer, cheese,
Yeah.
all made possible by fungi.
Oh, right.
Yeah, yeast is a type of fungus,
Uh-huh.
and it's essential for fermentation,
Oh, that's right.
which is how we make all those delicious
I
things.
never really thought about it that way.
Yeah, we've been using fungi for thousands of years to make food. And not just food.
What else?
Medicine, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like penicillin,
Right.
one of the most important antibiotics ever discovered.
Yeah,
That comes from a fungus.
that's right.
It saved countless lives.
Wow, so fungi are responsible for some of our most important culinary and medical advancements.
Exactly, yeah.
And it seems like they could even hold the key to a more sustainable future.
Oh, absolutely.
I've been reading about all sorts of cool stuff,
Like what?
like fungal building materials, even leather made from mushrooms.
It's all true.
Really?
Yeah, scientists are exploring all sorts of incredible applications for fungi.
Wow.
Like, they could help us create eco-friendly alternatives to traditional materials, clean up pollution, you know?
That's amazing.
It's really exciting stuff.
It's almost like we've been ignoring this superpower right under our noses this whole time.
Yeah, we tend to overlook the small things, don't we?
Yeah, but sometimes those small things turn out to be the most important.
That's true.
Well, so far we've learned that fungi are essential for decomposition. They connect entire forests with this amazing wood wide web. And they've even shaped human civilization with their contributions to food and medicine.
That's right.
But I get the feeling we're just getting started.
Oh, yeah.
Because you hinted at things getting a little weirder.
That's right.
So where do we go from here?
Well, let's just say that some fungi have a knack for mind control.
Mind control.
Yeah, you heard that, right?
Now I'm really intrigued.
So buckle up,
Okay.
because things are about to get really strange.
I'm ready. Bring on the weirdness.
So, mind control.
Yeah. You left me hanging with that one.
Right, where were we?
You were about to tell me how fungi can control minds.
Okay, yeah.
Like, seriously, how is that even possible?
I know, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right?
Exactly.
But it's a real thing. There's this species of fungus called Ophiocordyceps.
Ophiocordyceps, okay.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
this fungus, it infects ants.
Okay.
And, like, it basically turns them into zombies.
Zombies, really?
Yeah.
So, like, they're walking around eating brains.
No, not exactly.
Yeah.
It's more like it takes over their nervous system, and it makes them do things that are, well, not in their best interest.
Like what?
Like, it makes them climb to a high point, like the top of a plant or something, and then it makes them bite down on the plant.
And then what?
And then the fungus starts to grow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it grows inside the ant's body,
Uh-huh.
and eventually it bursts out of their head.
Like a scene from Alien.
Kinda, yeah.
So the fungus is basically using the ant as a puppet
Exactly.
to spread its spores.
It's pretty gruesome.
Yeah, it's like a horror movie playing out in the forest.
It is, yeah.
It's amazing and terrifying all at the same time.
Yeah. Nature can be pretty wild.
So all fungi are like mind-controlling parasites, right?
No. Okay, good.
Not at all.
Because that would be really scary.
Yeah, I mean, there are some fungi that are parasitic,
Mm-hmm.
but there are also plenty that are beneficial.
Oh, okay.
In fact, most fungi are actually helpful.
Huh. Interesting.
And remember those mycorrhizal fungi we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, the wood wide web fungi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're actually helping the trees.
Right.
They're providing them with nutrients and water,
Mhm.
and they're helping to protect them from diseases.
So it's a symbiotic relationship. Yes, exactly.
Both the fungus and the tree benefit.
Right.
And there are other types of fungi that are beneficial too.
Oh, yeah. Tons.
Like what?
Like, there are fungi that help to break down pollutants in the environment.
Really?
Yeah, it's called mycoremediation.
Mycoremediation. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a really promising area of research.
So fungi could help us clean up our messes.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It is, yeah.
I mean, it seems like fungi can do just about anything.
They're pretty versatile, that's for sure.
So we've got the decomposers, the networkers, the mind controllers, the pollution eaters.
Right.
What else is there?
Well, how about this?
Yeah.
Fungi might be intelligent.
Intelligent. Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. You're telling me that those mushrooms growing in my backyard are thinking?
Well, not exactly mushrooms,
Okay.
but there's this thing called slime mold.
Slime mold.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's capable of some pretty incredible feats.
Like what? Okay, so like what can slime mold do?
It can solve mazes. Yeah, like scientists will set up a maze and they'll put little pieces of food at different points.
Okay.
And then they'll introduce the slime mold.
Yeah.
And the slime mold will like spread out
Okay.
and explore the entire maze. And it will figure out the shortest path to each piece of food.
So it's not just randomly moving around.
Yeah.
It's actually solving a problem.
Yeah, it's like, it's thinking.
But it doesn't have a brain.
Right, that's the crazy part.
So how is it doing that?
Well, scientists think it's all about like chemical signaling
Okay.
and feedback loops.
So like as the slime mold moves around,
Right.
it leaves behind a trail of chemicals.
Yeah, and those chemicals like tell the other parts of the slime mold
Mhm.
where to go and where not to go.
So it's like a collective intelligence.
Yeah, it's like the whole organism is working together to solve the problem.
That's incredible.
It is, yeah.
It really makes you think about what intelligence really is.
It does, doesn't it?
Like, we tend to think of intelligence as something that only humans have.
Yeah. Or maybe some animals.
But maybe we need to broaden our definition.
I think so.
Because clearly there are other ways of being intelligent.
Right.
And fungi are showing us that. So we've talked about how fungi decompose, how they connect forests, how they can even control minds.
Right.
But now you're telling me they're intelligent too.
It seems that way.
It's mind-blowing.
It is.
And it makes me wonder, like, what else don't we know about fungi?
Oh, there's so much more that we don't know.
What are some of the big mysteries that scientists are still trying to unravel?
Well, one of the big ones is like how fungi actually work.
Okay.
Like we know they're made up of these fungal threads,
Right.
but we don't really understand how they communicate, how they make decisions.
That's interesting.
Like how does a fungus know to grow in a certain direction or
Yeah.
to produce a certain enzyme?
Right.
We're still trying to figure all that out.
It's like they have this secret language.
Yeah, and we're just starting to crack the code.
And then there's the whole question of fungal intelligence.
Right.
Like, how far does it go?
Yeah, can fungi learn? Can they adapt to new environments?
Yeah.
Do they have memories?
These are big questions.
They are, yeah.
And the answers could have huge implications for our understanding of life on Earth.
And maybe even beyond Earth.
What do you mean?
Well, there's some really interesting research being done on using fungi for space exploration.
Fungi in space.
Yeah, it sounds crazy, right?
Totally.
But think about it.
Yeah.
Fungi are incredibly resilient.
Right.
They can survive in extreme environments, like they can tolerate radiation.
Right.
They can grow in low gravity conditions.
So they could potentially help us colonize other planets.
That's the idea.
Wow. That's like something out of science fiction.
It is, yeah.
But it's really happening.
It is.
That's incredible.
It's a really exciting time to be studying fungi.
It is.
There's so much potential there.
Well, I think you've convinced me. Fungi are way more amazing than I ever imagined.
I told you.
They're essential for life on Earth. They're shaping our world in countless ways.
And they could even hold the key to our future.
Yeah, so the next time someone asks me what my favorite kingdom of life is,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say fungi.
I think that's a good choice.
Thanks for taking us on this deep dive.
It was my pleasure.
It's been an incredible journey.
I agree.
And I have a feeling this is just the beginning.
I think you're right.
There's so much more to learn about fungi.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what we discover next.
Me too.
To all our listeners out there, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of fungi. Until next time.